Chef and ambassador of Light and Easy, Dom, is joining me today to show us that we can have a lighter version of one of my favourites, lasagna. Nice one.
Yeah, you're welcome, Justine. That's right. Now, what I'm going to be making is a delicious, cheesy vegetable lasagna, which is a bit of a twist from Light and Easy on their beef bolognese lasagna. And I've got some tricks up my sleeve to give this dish some really great flavour.
Let's start over here, veggies.
Veggies. So we're starting with, we've got some mushrooms, cauliflower and onion. Now, this is kind of being our meat, one would say. So to add some great umami flavours to this and to beef it up a bit, you're going to be adding in some garlic. We've got soy sauce and Italian herbs and a little drizzle of olive oil. And what we're going to do is roast those off. As you know, roasting vegetables adds a lot more flavour and kind of caramelises them.
Sure.
So that's going to be a great flavour.
Soy sauce.
Yes.
Interesting in a lasagna.
I know, it's a little, it is a little different, but once it's baked off, it is absolutely delicious. So the soy sauce gives it a saltiness, it gives it that kind of that meaty, beefy sort of taste, and the mushrooms kind of really add to that as well.
How long am I roasting this in the oven?
So we want to roast this for probably about 15, 20 minutes. We do want some colour, so that nice golden brown. Look, even that's delicious.
Yummo. Okay.
So while you're organising that, I'm going to start the white sauce.
Sure.
So this is a white sauce with a little bit of a twist as well. So a touch of olive oil.
Okay. And I'll pop that in the oven now.
So Justine, I'm going to start with leek. So we're sweating off a little bit of leek. Now, traditionally, as you know, most people know or may not know, but you would be familiar, a white sauce is generally your butter, your flour, we make a roux and add in your milk. But we're going to do something a little bit different to kind of cut down the calories. So just a few moments. You can use onion if you're not a fan of leek, or you can leave it out, but I really love the leek. It adds a softness to it.
It does. And sweetness too. When you cook down leek, it does become quite sweet.
Quite sweet. Justine, these are perfect. See how they're nice and softened, a little bit of colour.
Yep.
So in with our skim milk.
Okay.
So all of that goes in, just with a little stir. This takes no time at all. So it's a great recipe that you can kind of prepare ahead of time.
And usually with a white sauce, you put the flour first and the butter. So for me, I'm like, hang on a second, what's going on here? You're just throwing everything in a different way.
Everything in together, plus Dijon.
Yes.
I love using Dijon in white sauce. It just gives a lovely tang. And just enriches the flavour. So Justine, all we need is the cheese to melt a little bit, and then we're going to make up a slurry and blend it. So Justine, we've blended it up, so it's still a little loose, but once we add the slurry in, which is just corn flour and water, that's going to thicken up straight away and create this delicious white sauce. If you grab the roast vegetables from the oven, and then we'll start the sauce.
All right, Dom, your
Excellent.
roasted veg.
Beautiful. Okay, now just Light and Easy is revealing all their little secrets of how they sneak more vegetables and create really fibre, protein-packed dishes.
Yes.
So the sauce, we've got some smoked paprika that we're going to just fry off with tomato paste.
Right. And I like how you've added the paprika first, just to toast it off so we get more of an intense paprika flavour.
Exactly. So give that a little bit of a stir. Now we're going in with some white wine, so a little splash of wine, and you just want to cook that for a couple of minutes just to get the alcohol flavour out. Sure. So we've got just a can of peeled tomatoes, nice and easy. Now, the other little tip is some refried beans. So what these are going to do is not only add some texture to the sauce, but also increase that protein.
Yes.
You can't taste them, and they just give a beautiful flavour and actually lend a really nice texture to the sauce.
Yeah.
So Justine, we're just going to bring this to a light simmer. It's happening now. A little bit of balsamic. So you don't need to cook it for a long period of time because it is going back in the oven, and we're going to then cook it again with the lasagna. Now I've just put a little bit of sugar, which just helps sometimes with the acid of the tomatoes. And can you just pick a few leaves of basil for me?
I can indeed. Love
I'm going
basil.
to go in with a little bit of seasoning.
Tomatoes love a bit of salt. And how much basil would you
just
like?
a few leaves, that's perfect. Just rough tear. Throw those in.
A little more.
A little more.
Everyone loves basil.
We love basil. Now, Justine, your vegetables, they just get thrown into the sauce.
Okay. I'll hold that for you.
Great, I'll scrape those in. So we've got this vegetable-packed, tasty sauce. We're going to use the same dish, so it saves on washing up too.
Yeah.
And there's already those great flavours in the bottom of the pan.
It's very handy.
Justine, this is smelling and looking amazing. So let's get layering. So I'm just going to go in with a little splash of the sauce, just spread it around. You don't need a thick layer. So you go in with some of the lasagna sheets. I'm going to layer a bit of sauce, the bechamel.
So we're just using instant lasagna sheets because it makes it much easier to cook. So 3 of those.
3 of those is fine. Another layer of the sauce.
Yes.
And then we just continue layering.
Okay.
So Justine, this is our last layer. Now I'm going to get you just to chop up some parsley and we're going to mix that with a little bit of grated cheese. Pop that on top and then into the oven about 180 for about 20 minutes.
Too easy. Dom, this looks amazing and we have allowed it to rest slightly.
Yeah, that's right. It's good to let it rest so that the layers will stay in shape and then when you go to cut it, it doesn't just slide off the plate. You cut, I'll pick it up. And Justine, we must taste this one.
I've never seen a bechamel being made like that. It looked fantastic and it worked, you know, it held its shape nicely. Oh, yes.
That's perfect. All right. Here we go, piece de resistance. You go first.
Oh, see, I like that little crunchy bit right there.
I really love it because it's got protein packed, it's full of vegetables, it's got those refried beans.
And it's still creamy and lush. You don't feel like you're missing out with this. It's a lovely vegetarian lasagna.
And Justine, the best part, by having a light and easy version in your freezer, it can be ready in 8 minutes.
Well, Friday night, I might be making that. I love it.
Really good one.